what you want is right beyond the fear of what if or what could. Be brave enough to embrace the strength that lies within, just waiting for the opportunity to show up and show out. Here's Sweet Reverse. All right, so before we get into the full show, just real quick, just to finish that thought, we were talking about, so I'm super open to diversifying the city. I think more so because I have an apartment where I've always wanted to stay, and the lease doesn't end until next year, really, right? So it's like, okay, I feel like I have that flexibility because most units, they're already leased up anyway, right? So I feel like I have that flexibility and that leverage to where I don't have to stay there, but I know I still want to invest.
Okay.
Am I directionally correct, or am I like way off though? Because I don't even know if that's possible. I feel like that's something I made up in my head.
Nah, it's not made up. One of the things is if you want to get multi units, you can do that. Great area is Fort Worth because it's up and coming, gentrified, and all that thing,
Mm-hmm.
and also South Dallas. But it all depends on your price point and how much buying power you have. And then
Mm-hmm.
a lender will let you know how much buying power you have. So that's where basically we need to start.
Okay. Okay. With the lender. Okay. Duly noted. I'll keep that
Yes,
in my
it's
mind.
the start with the lender. And then one of the things is the lender gonna ask you how much you want to pay per month. Once you tell them that, you gonna look at your DTI, look at your credit, and then we'll know more where we can make a better plan to buy it.
Okay. 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 Duly noted. I have that in the back of my mind. Now conversations with lenders. All right. Okay. So hello everybody. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I have a special guest for y'all, Mr. JP Buy and Sell Houses. Joshua is here. Thank you so much for joining us, Joshua. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I'm glad it's Monday. I'm really excited to hopefully change at least one person's mind today with the knowledge that I have and also the inspiration that I have.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Okay. I
It's
like it.
good.
I'm
It's
excited
good.
for
It's good.
it. I'm excited. All right. So for those of you who do not know Joshua Parker, or Joshua the realtor, he is located right here in Dallas, Texas, and he is amazing. He is one to, first off, have a lot of energy, a lot of positive energy in his personal life as well as the business life. He really likes to diversify and kind of shorten that wealth gap between minorities in the community. And so that's actually how I met him. I met him in Oak Cliff. They had a real estate event where they basically just talked about real estate. And so, of course, from then on, they were just stuck with me at that point. And so I've invited him in, and we're going to have a really good conversation. So let's dive right on to it. Okay. All right. So first question is, JP, what was your biggest fear in getting into real estate, and how does that influence your decisions today?
Well, my biggest fear was not finding any clients
Mm,
and not able to help anyone. When you first get into real estate, I don't know whatever background that you have to prove to not only your friends but your family and also strangers that you're you are a knowledgeable person in your position.
mm,
So me having a background in pharmacy technician, dealing with a lot of pharmaceuticals, me jumping into real estate, a lot of people was questioning it. But if you really think about it, everything's matching up.
mhm,
For me, when I jumped into real estate, I had the fear of my friends and family not seeing me in my new light. But
mm,
with a lot of education, a lot of YouTube, a lot of training, I was
mhm,
able to change that particular perspective month after month after month. So my fear was my community not messing with me, but in all actuality, they did because
Yeah.
the knowledge that I received going forward.
That's good. I like that. So it's really kind of like you took that fear and you made it work for you. Like you really became
Correct,
diligent at it to make sure that it
correct,
didn't
correct,
even come to fruition.
correct,
I like
correct.
that. That's a good thing. And honestly something that anybody can apply to any industry.
That's correct. That's correct. Take that fear, educate yourself, and be the best at it.
Okay. I like that. All right, so I have another question. What is a memory that continues to shape who you are in business and your personal life, and why?
So for me, it might sound strange or crazy to say. I always been a person that dreams a lot,
Mm,
uh, envisioning things that I should be or want to be, and things of that nature. So I have a lot of ideas. So one of the things that pop out to me in memory is I was 10 years old and I had a dream riding in a two two-door Escalade black
yeah,
Cadillac,
yeah.
and I was actually getting out the car, and remember I had on a red suit, and I was knocking on his door. Once I was knocking on the door, a woman came to me, her, and I think it was her husband or son, and they
Mhm.
handed me an envelope. And when they handed me the envelope, I counted the money, and I
Yeah,
went back to my Cadillac. Uh, I always kept questioning that, like, what do that mean? What do that mean?
yeah,
Basically what that mean, fast forward to now, is
yeah.
home ownership, and also having people to stay in your home that you bought, and now they are
Mm,
your tenants and you're a landlord. So
mm,
a lot of people could have seen that as a drug deal or things of
mhm.
that nature, but I took it in more of a positive route. I feel like
Yeah,
I always should have been owning homes, and I
yeah.
always should be a person that create generational wealth for not only me but for my kids. So that's what
Mm.
jumped out to me.
I like that. Especially when it comes to creating generational wealth, because it's something that I was talking to about a colleague the other day. And it really is not about how much money you can get in your lifetime. I feel like it's pretty
No,
much how much can you leave, for the generation that's coming behind you. So
that's correct.
so let's just a snippet in there, like let's kind of talk about, is that what essentially brought you to real estate? Was the generational wealth that could
Y-
be built?
Yeah, so when I was 21, well, 20, I had my first child and going into 21.
Hmm.
That's one of the reasons why I stopped going to Jarvis going into my junior year, and I
Hmm.
stayed with my mom for maybe 2 months because I
Hmm.
was just trying to get my footing.
Yeah.
And so I had two jobs. And one day, my mother's husband came to me and stated, "I know you have two cars and you think you got your stuff together, but you're not a man until you have a house in your name."
Mm.
Duly noted.
Yeah.
So I had a 640 credit score at the time, and like I stated to you, I had two jobs,
Hmm.
and I wanted my daughter to be raised in a home.
Yeah.
So I went and did the steps for that, and I got me a 2,300 square foot home,
Wow.
two-story home
Yeah.
where my daughter stayed. So that kind of pushed me into it. And fast forward 4 years later, I sold that home and made $50,000. And at
Wow.
that
Okay.
time, at that time, yeah, I'm 39 right now. So at that time, 14 years ago, ooh, what that ain't even 14 years ago. Wait a minute, I just did the math wrong. My bad, y'all. 18 years ago,
Yeah.
18 years ago, I realized what that 50,000 was able to establish for me, such as a foundation. I was
Hmm.
only making $40,000 a year, so getting $50,000 at one time opened my eyes. But that
Yeah.
that didn't push me into real estate yet because I was still scared. because I was like, am I able to do that again?
Hmm.
So I stayed into pharmacy a little while longer. And by the third home, I was like, you know what? I'm ready. I'm tired of running from my fears.
Yeah.
I'm finna go ahead and get it done. And I
Mm.
just believed in myself and I prayed about it and I was able to, you know, just go for it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I like that. So, especially like to everybody listening, that's one of those things where it's like you've been thinking about it and praying about it. At some point, you have to just go
Just
for it.
jump. You just gotta jump. You just gotta jump. You definitely.
I like that. I like that. So, okay, so then I really feel like that kind of segues into the next question, which is what has been your biggest success in real estate thus far?
My biggest success, yeah, I know it might sound corny, is seeing kids
Mm,
going into their home for the first time and probably going from an apartment to a house for the first time. Running into their room is amazing. Uh,
yeah,
I know one of the things that I remember right now, as I'm telling you this story, is I had a client who went from an apartment and she had three kids, and the kids shared a room. So they
yeah,
went from a two-bedroom apartment to a four-bedroom house. So now they have a backyard, they
yeah,
have a room for themselves, they have a living room. I mean, they even was able to, go to the park down the road. So
yeah,
just seeing those smiles on their face and say, "Mom, is this my room?" Man, it just sends chills down you. Just to see that face and the mom is just excited. I'm excited. So
mm-hmm,
that those memories are great for me. Yeah, I can tell you about. Yeah, make this money, but seeing those kids, seeing a single mother or a father going to their house for the first time, I always send chills uh, on my skin. So
yeah. 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 And because it's like you get to literally change the
a lot,
trajectory of somebody's life, like just
man.
by you doing what you love to do.
Right. Passion and purpose. And
Yeah.
one of the things is when you become my client, you becoming my friend.
Yeah.
So most of the time, people see me, I'm dressed up and nice and things of the nature. So a couple of my clients, boys gravitate towards me because I like to play basketball. I like to
Yeah.
dance. I like
Yeah.
to dress up. I like to do these type of things. So they, attract towards my energy because of that. And I don't
Yeah.
have a problem with that because I still want to check in on them. I go to their basketball games,
Mm-hmm.
football games, or even just a recital. So
Mm-hmm.
I just love to stay in contact with my clients. I love staying in contact with my new friends, so
Mm-hmm.
that's how I look at it.
Yeah, because especially when it comes to real estate, I mean, I can't really speak for everybody else, but I know for myself, um, like my grandmothers and grandfathers owned homes, and then parental side, not as much. Now, my mom does own a home now, right? But just not as much. We really kind of went from apartments and all that good stuff. We did have houses when I was younger, but I don't know if we anywho.
Mm.
It wasn't really ownership. Let me say it like
Right,
that. It wasn't
right,
ownership. Um, but so sometimes, especially for my generation, sometimes it may be a little leery, like how do I step out into this water? Like who's going to catch me if I fall, right?
right.
um if I have this $10,000 bill that comes up, how am I going to, right? So it's just that
Planning.
camaraderie and that connection that
Right.
comes, especially with realtors like yourself.
hmm planning, guys. One of the things is I'm gonna stay connected with you as long as you stay connected with me. I'm gonna get
Mhm.
on your nerves as long as you get on my nerves. You know what I'm saying? Like, but this the thing, guys. When you call me for information, when you call me trying to better yourself, that gets me up. That gets me jittery and ready to help because I know that you're not calling me just for, hey, LeBron scored 40,000 points. No, no, you calling me maybe for that, but also you saying, hey, Josh, how can I get my credit score right? Josh,
Yeah.
how can I plan to save for my earnest money, my down payment? Do you have any programs for me? And I'm gonna say yes, yes, yes. And if
Hmm.
I don't have the answer, I'm gonna find the answer and I'm gonna get back with you.
Yeah.
Because the more you ask questions, the more knowledgeable I become that I can help the next person. So no question is a dumb question to me because I
Yeah.
learned as well.
Yeah. That's a good one. I like that. So it's really like the gift that keeps on giving.
Yes, yes, yes.
I like that. Okay, so then to that get to that point, how do you partner to strengthen your business? Like what does that look like?
Hey, a lot of people, a lot of in our culture, a
Mhm.
lot of people don't like to partner up or say, "Hey, I got it out the mud and I'm doing it by myself." One of the things is when you get it out the mud, some of the mud get on you. So one of
Mhm.
the things you got to have an understanding is you need to make sure you partner up. So when there's a lot of mud, you don't take on all the mud yourself. You have
Yeah.
a partner as well.
Yeah.
One of the things that I noticed is I don't know everything.
Mhm.
One of the statements that I told y'all earlier, if I don't know, I'm gonna ask someone. And I found out having a partnership is, hey, I can call and lean on them as well, and I don't have to carry the weight of the world by myself. And that's
Yeah.
what partnership do for you.
Yeah.
Lenders, I partners with lenders. I partner with credit repair people. I partner with inspectors. I partner with appraisals. I partner
Mhm.
with title companies. I partner with lawyers. I partner with everybody to make sure that they look good and also I look good. I'm a connector. I make
Yeah.
sure I connect people with other people. Josh, do you know somebody that can fix my oven? Yes. Do you
Yeah.
know somebody that can fix my AC unit? Yes. Do you
Mhm.
know somebody that can fix my door and so on and so on? Because one of the things is when you come up from an apartment into a house, a lot of people are scared because all they can do is pick up the phone and make a call and say, maintenance man, can you come and fix this? Maintenance man, can you do this?
Right.
And what I'm gonna give you is that same level of confidence that when you call me, I'm gonna get somebody that can do those same things for you. So partnership is major in my line of business. I'm a
Right.
connector. When you
Right.
call me, I'm gonna connect you to somebody. And when I connect you to that person, they did me right.
Mhm.
And if you ask me for somebody and I'll tell you no, and they say, "Oh, Josh," if I didn't tell you that,
You gotta know who to trust. Gotta know who to trust. Because if I'm honest, like that has been one of the biggest things to keep me in an apartment is because
correct?
I'm like, listen, I don't feel like I'm not Mrs. Fix It. I'm not faucet goes running. I'm like, well, okay, let's just put a piece of tape over this thing, right?
No.
Because I don't have the convenience of the maintenance team, right? Because if I call to me, that's one thing that I look for in the department. How quick are you to answer my call and make sure that what breaks can get fixed immediately. And I think more so to hear that you have all of those key points in mind and those key partners, like there really is just a relief, a stress relief.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I noticed. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. 90% of my clients are women, and maybe 75% of them make more money than they man. I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if a person coming from an apartment to a house, all those things are scary. And
Mhm.
sometimes, like I said, a single mother or just single, and they're scared to, call or lean on a particular person. But if they have a company they can call, or me they can call, or I know electrician and all
Mhm.
these things. I'm gonna make sure there's a one-stop shop, and I'm give you good, credible people. You
Yeah.
understand? So, one of the people I just thinking about a client now. It's like, Josh, what if I don't know how to do this? I said, hey, that's why we finna get you in a new bill.
Yep.
but a whole lot of warranties. That first year they're gonna give you bumper to bumper. Then the
Yeah.
second year they're gonna do all the mechanical things.
Yeah.
So then they got a 10-year foundation and a 10-year roof. So hey, I got you. If I don't got you, the new bill got you. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at for different things.
That's what's up. And it makes people feel a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
And I was talking to, and it's a good point that one, your audience, but I was talking to a gallery owner, and she was talking about how women are now the leading owners in asset building, or the leading group in asset bidding. And so I love that fact too, that you said 90% of your clients are women, which
Yes.
really talks a lot about, okay, okay, ladies, now let's get in formation. Okay, is what the queen said. Is what the queen
Seriously.
said.
And it's one of the things for me, it's not a knock on any man. It's just you just have to have an eye opening to different things. A lot
Mhm.
of women are leading in these fields such as in IT, such as in adjustment, such as just leadership forum based or makeup. Let me see, hair products. All these products and things that women are stepping into, they are the breadwinner.
Yeah.
So are you going to adjust? Are you going to keep telling me I'm the man? I'm the man. No, you feed into your wife or girlfriend and
Mhm.
let them win. If
Mhm.
you only make $50,000 and she makes 70, but she got the potential of making 150, take your 50, my brother, and feed into her because that's what she would have done 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
Don't be afraid.
Okay. So with that, because I feel like that leads into the next question too, what has yielded the biggest return of your investment, and how do you strengthen it?
I invested in my wife.
Yeah.
Ah man, I'm just knowing the business. Like I just gave you my numbers. 90% of my clients are women, so I have to cater to my women audience.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna have to say different things such as being a connector, um, having warranties, doing saying things that attract my women clients. So
Mhm.
one of the top things is warranties. You know what I'm saying? So me
Mhm.
yielding into partnerships, building, also building back into myself. Also helps me out with all things moving forward
Yeah.
in my life and also in my business.
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically, go back into yourself. Put money back into yourself. You know what I'm
Which is
saying?
basically what that looks like.
Correct.
Because it always comes back.
Hey, make sure you basically feed into your particular brand. See, my
Yeah.
brand is I know my brand is dressing nice, you know what I'm saying, being clean cut. I know this, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying, so I feed into that.
Yeah.
Also, on the side, I do a little modeling on the side, and that helps with my headshots or my upgrades on my pictures. So most realtors, you probably seen them on one picture, and then when you meet them, they probably be a little bigger,
Okay.
smaller, less hair, and then that makes things a little questionable. Like,
Like, sir, who are you?
who are you? Yeah, so I make sure I feed back into myself. I'm talking about
Yeah.
knowledge. I'm talking about appearance. I'm talking about my mental,
Hmm.
and also my household as well. So yeah,
Yeah. Because I heard if you're not winning in the house, you're not winning at all.
man, if I'm telling y'all something, man, that it might resonate to you or not, but if you don't feed into your kids and your wife or your girlfriend, then you can't win outside in the world. So you
Yeah.
got to make sure your home is correct before you try to win outside.
Yeah. I like it. So I think that feeds into our last question, which is, if you could have a conversation with your past self, what would it be and why?
The conversation that I would speak to my past self or my 18-year-old self is basically believe in yourself.
Hmm.
Uh, don't give your dreams out to naysayers.
Hmm.
Uh, if you need inspiration, talk to winners. Or just talk to yourself. Give yourself affirmations daily. Don't start when you was 28. Start
Yeah.
when you earlier.
Yeah.
Tell yourself you're a king. Tell yourself that even if you fall down, you can get back up because you got another day.
Mhm.
Just keep feeding into yourself. Sometimes we look into others to feed into us, but we need to feed into ourselves before we go out into that world. Because most of the time, people gonna do one or two things. They gonna fill your cup or
Mhm.
empty your cup. So
Yeah.
make sure your cup is filled before
Yeah.
you exit your house, okay? So
Yeah.
just one of the things is keep believing in yourself, Josh. You're a dreamer. Keep dreaming.
Yeah.
You was a person that able to get Ninja Turtles and Raphael and make up all these skits and things of that nature. Don't change it.
Yeah.
Don't change it.
Yeah.
Believe in yourself and don't get too down on yourself. And your race is your race. Don't look left, don't look right for another person and say, oh, he's black, he getting all his money, and don't do that. Just
Nope.
stay forward, believe
Yeah.
in yourself, talk to yourself, and just keep believing and keep the dream.
Yeah. That's good stuff. I like that. I don't even think I could add any more to that. As I wear my positive Patty shirt.
Positive Patty, yeah. Stay positive. Yeah.
Stay positive. Because I think that like who your younger self was is like the best version, and then we kind of grow up and life comes to make you feel like that version of you is not what's needed, and it is. And so I would echo that. Wherever you are in the world, whatever you are going through, know that first off, you have a friend in me. And you're not in this by yourself. Matter of fact, who you were, the person that they tried to make feel like is not enough, is amazing, is a dope.
Amazing.
And
Amazing.
I never want y'all to forget that. So to just close us out, I will pray like, oh, actually, no, I'm sorry. Sometimes I like to open it up for you guys to pray. So Josh, if you could pray. Oh, wait. Before I do that. So Josh mentioned his wife before. So first off, let me just talk about the team duo dynamic that they have. So Josh is a realtor, and then his wife doubled down as, hey, I'm going to make sure that you can get into this house as well. And so they are an amazing team when it comes to being a power couple, when it comes to impacting people together in their own individual lanes. I feel like they do that just perfectly. And so on a later episode, one of these days, we're going to have the two of them on as well, just so that they can talk about, go deeper into the real estate game when it talks about what are things that you need when it comes to getting qualified with the lender, and also how to find a good realtor, which I'm not going to be biased, but JP Buy and Sell Houses. One-stop shop, but I'm not gonna be biased. But yeah, so to that note, JP, will you close us out in prayer?
Yes. God, thank you for everything that you're doing for us. Continue the blessings for each and every person that's listening and seeing. Create generational wealth, not only for today, but tomorrow and the future. Continue keeping us in your health, in your blessings, and keeping us with a sound mind. Just thank you, Lord, for everything that you're doing. Amen.
Amen. All right, y'all. Until next time, we love you.